A $6 t-shirt from a fast fashion chain and a $40 t-shirt from a designer boutique can be made from the exact same thin, cheap cotton. The only difference is the logo and the lighting in the store. We looked at 11 brands, checked one number most guys never check, and ranked them from worst to best. That number is GSM, grams per square meter. It's the fabric weight, and it's printed on more labels than you'd think. Under 150 grams per square meter and you can see through the shirt. Above 200 and you've got something that survives real wear. Keep that number in your head, because it explains almost everything on this list. Number 11, H&M and the Fast Fashion Rack. This is the bottom of the barrel and the spec proves it. Basic tees from H&M and similar fast fashion chains typically run under 150 grams per square meter. Hold one up to a window and light passes straight through it. The cotton is usually open-end, a cheap, loosely spun yarn that pills within a few washes and starts to feel like cardboard. A lot of these shirts are also tubular knit, meaning they're made as a seamless tube with no side seams. That construction is cheaper to produce, but it twists. That's why a shirt that fit fine in April is spiraled sideways by July. You're paying $6 to $8 for a shirt built to last a season, not a wardrobe. Number 10, Old Navy. The price looks friendly, and that's the problem. Old Navy's everyday basic tees sit in that same low GSM range as the fast fashion rack, just with a slightly higher price tag. The shirts go limp fast, lose their shape at the collar, and often use that same tubular construction that causes twisting. Buy 3 of these a year because they wear out, and you've spent more over 4 years than you would on one heavyweight shirt that just holds up. Old Navy runs frequent sales, so if you want a disposable layering piece, it's fine. As a shirt you actually keep, the weight isn't there. Number 9, Premium Fashion Tees. This is the one that should actually make you angry. Walk into a mall boutique or a designer floor and you'll find a plain cotton t-shirt for $30, $40, even $50. The assumption is that price buys quality. Check the tag, and a lot of these shirts come in under 180 grams per square meter, sometimes lighter than the fast fashion basics sitting 2 stores down. The markup isn't paying for fabric, it's paying for the name on the chest and the way the store is lit. A $40 tee that weighs 150 grams is a worse shirt than a $3 tee that weighs 205 grams, and no amount of branding changes that. When a shirt won't list its weight and leans entirely on a logo, that's usually the tell. Number 8, Gildan. This one's not a fail, it's just a tool you need to use correctly. Gildan makes more blank t-shirts than anyone on earth, reportedly over 2 million a day, mostly for screen printing. The soft style line is thin and flimsy on its own, but the ultra cotton line runs close to 200 grams per square meter. Honest mid-weight cotton for a few dollars a shirt. Gildan doesn't dress this up. It prints the weight right on the spec sheet and lets you compare. Buy ultra cotton, skip soft style, and you've got a real everyday shirt for almost nothing. Number 7, Hanes. Hanes earned its reputation with one specific shirt, the Beefy-T, which has been around since the 1970s and runs right around 200 grams per square meter. It's a genuine heavyweight that generations of guys have worn as a work shirt or undershirt, and it holds its shape wash after wash because the weight is actually there. The catch is that Hanes also sells thinner multi-packs and bargain undershirt bundles under the same name, and those are much lighter and far less durable. Same brand on the tag, 2 completely different shirts inside. The lesson here applies to almost every brand on this list. Read the specific line, not just the logo on the package. Quick note before we keep going, no sponsors on this video. Nobody paid to be ranked higher or lower. If breakdowns like this are useful, the sub button helps more of them get made. Number 6, Fruit of the Loom. This is the honest bottom of the market, and it never pretended otherwise. Fruit of the Loom's basic multi-packs use lightweight open-end cotton, sold 5 or 6 to a bag for a few dollars total. As an undershirt worn beneath something else, it does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's not built to be a standalone shirt for years, and it doesn't claim to be. A cheap shirt that's upfront about being cheap is fine. A cheap shirt dressed up as premium, like the $40 boutique tee, is the actual problem. Number 5, Target's Goodfellow and Company. This is where the list starts turning around. Goodfellow typically runs solid cotton or cotton blends with cleaner seams and a collar that actually holds its shape for around $8 a shirt. It's not a heavyweight, and some lines within Goodfellow run lighter than others, so it's worth checking the tag before you buy. But as a dependable everyday tee, it clears the bar comfortably. Walk in, grab one, and you generally know what you're getting, which already puts it ahead of most of them all. Number 4, Walmart. Specifically the free assembly line. This one surprises people. The cheapest George 3-packs at Walmart are genuinely disposable, thin, and rough. But step up one line to free assembly and you're in honest cotton territory, decent weight, and a clean cut for well under $10. Same store, same aisle sometimes, two completely different products. The retailer isn't the quality signal here. The specific line is. Number 3, Amazon Essentials. This house brand keeps showing up as a quiet winner across categories, and t-shirts are no exception. Amazon Essentials tees are 100% cotton with reinforced seams. Sold cheap with no logo doing the selling, you're paying for the cotton and the stitching, not a name. And that's consistently where the better value shows up on this whole list. Number 2, Uniqlo's Supima Cotton Tee. This is the one entry that breaks the simple heavier is better rule. The Uniqlo Supima tee actually sits lower on the scale, around 150 to 160 grams per square meter, which on paper looks mid-pack at best. But Supima is extra long staple cotton, with fibers over 35 millimeters long, and it makes up less than 1% of the world's cotton supply. That longer fiber spins into a smoother, stronger yarn that resists pilling and holds its color far better than short staple cotton, which has more loose fiber ends poking out and roughing up over time. At around $20 to $25, it's proof that fabric weight isn't the only number that matters. The yarn quality can carry a lighter shirt past heavier, rougher ones. Number 1, Costco's Kirkland Signature. This is the shirt that beats products costing 5 to 10 times more, and it's sold in a warehouse next to bulk paper towels. The Kirkland Signature Crew Tee comes in a 6-pack, uses 100% combed cotton rather than the cheaper open-end kind, and runs right around 205 grams per square meter heavyweight territory. It's tagless, has a lay-flat collar and reinforced seams, and it works out to roughly $3 a shirt. That's better cotton, more weight, and better construction than the $40 premium tee from earlier in this list at a fraction of the price. Costco also sells a lighter version around 170 grams per square meter and a step-up Peruvian Pima line around $15 if you want even longer staple cotton. But the 6-pack heavyweight is the one that makes the case all by itself. The store isn't spending money making the shirt feel special. It's putting that money into the shirt. So the method, if you want to use it next time you're shopping, check the GSM. Under 150 is basically see-through. 180 to 200 is a real everyday shirt. 205 and up is heavyweight. Check the cotton type if it's listed combed or ring-spun beats open-end. And Supima beats almost everything on yarn quality alone. And check the construction, side seams instead of a seamless tube so the shirt doesn't twist after a few washes. What's the longest a t-shirt has ever lasted you, and which brand was it? Drop it in the comments and subscribe if you want more of these broken down store by store.